Do you want to look instantly more polished without buying anything new? Stay with me because I'm about to show you the exact style tweaks that make you look better in seconds using the clothes you already own. Hi lovely friends, it's my friend Deirdre, your friend Deirdre, where we celebrate style, confidence and joy for midlife and beyond. And a special welcome if you're new here. Now today we're diving into the simplest, quickest ways to elevate your style instantly and help you to look better instantly. I'm going to be showing you what doesn't work so well and how by making little changes and simple swaps, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do, you can really polish up your look. So no huge wardrobe overhauls, no complicated fashion rules, just smart, effortless tricks that make you look fresh, pulled together and confident right now. So let's get straight into it. And I want to start with one of the easiest and most reliable sort of instant polish techniques, which is number one, tonal dressing, the style secret that we don't talk enough about. Now, tonal dressing is genuinely one of the fastest ways to look elevated, modern and chic with very little effort. So why does wearing colours that live in the same colour family, tonal dressing, work so well? Of course, they don't need to be in exactly the exact same shade, just harmonious, relaxed tones. So let me show you two looks here to illustrate this. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is not tonal, and then I'm going to show you one that is. Now, I do love all these pieces individually, and this outfit is basically fine, but if your aim is to look instantly better, more polished and cohesive, you might not want to put these pieces together in one outfit. So as you can see here, I'm wearing a brown top and a pair of jeans, quite a light wash. Now they're lovely, but there's such a contrast, I think, in the tones between these two pieces. One is very dark and the other is quite light. And then the fluffy jacket, which again I love by the way, adds another element and another colour, which doesn't sort of go that well. And then the sneakers don't really add a lot of polish. So have a look at this one in my look 2. This is a tonal version of this look. So you can see here that I've swapped out the jeans altogether for these brown corduroy trousers, which are really comfy. I just love these. I've been wearing them a lot actually lately. Now I've created a long fluid line through the body with the brown trousers and the brown top. So there's no harsh break between the top and the bottom of the outfit, as they're both basically the same sort of colour. And even the belt is the same, so it doesn't create a break in the line. Now I've added the same colour boots too, so that the line isn't broken, because it goes right down the body, right into the toes. Now everything feels really put together, cohesive, deliberate, kind of meant to be together, as it all goes so well. But the interest is created by the different shade of brown in the jacket, which obviously, as you can see, is not the same colour as the base of chocolate brown, but it's still tonal, it still goes really well. Same sort of tone, but lighter, so it works. So, you know, you don't need to wear the exact same colour all the way down. Now, wearing tonal colours like this is a big shortcut to looking expensive as well, even if what you're wearing is high street. With tonal dressing, it's really not obvious how much you spent on the items. They're sort of disguised somehow. Now, there are so many different ways of doing this. Using the items that you already have in your wardrobe doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy anything. You could try tonal combinations of things like cream, beige and camel. Now that would be really soft, really elegant. Just add gold jewelry and it just looks amazing. The second kind of thing might be grey, silver and charcoal. Now this is a really modern, understated, chic sort of a look. Perfect for cooler undertones as well. And then navy, denim and ink blue. Now this is really slimming, really polished and really easy to do. So just have a little look in your wardrobe and see what you could put together, what would sit nicely together. Have a little bit of fun with combinations that you might not have worn together before. So another way to look instantly better is to make some simple swaps, because simple swaps may be tiny changes, but they have a huge impact. Now, one thing that really makes a big difference to the way we look is the bag that we carry. So I would suggest a style swap with a bag, go structured as it lifts the whole outfit. Now, a slouchy or overstuffed bag can make your outfit look a bit messy, even if the clothes themselves that you're wearing are really lovely. But a structured bag, somehow structured, somehow a bit more shapely on the other hand, is always going to look more classy and have more of an air of sophistication than a slouchy bag that sort of slops all over the place. And instead of a sloppy bag, there's loads of different structured type things that you could try. So a structured tote would work well, a sleek crossbody bag, anything with clean lines and shape. And it gives a much more refined silhouette, and it just looks a lot more intentional. And even if you're traveling or going away for a weekend, an organized travel bag that looks so much better than something you've just shoved your whole life into. Even if you have. If it's structured, it doesn't look like it. As in my third look. Like this classy looking one, which is from Nomad Lane. It's called the bento bag. Now, if you're looking for the perfect bag to take on your travels, perhaps for away for a weekend, for a break, just a daily commute, and you want to look good, this really is it. I love that it combines quality and practicality with looks, you know. So whenever I'm going somewhere, whether it's for a bigger trip or just for a night away, this is the bag that I reach for every time. Now, I used it this summer for going abroad, and here I'm just going away for a night, and it's just perfect. It's got space for everything I need, as well as being such a stylish structure as well. Really smart. Smart, structured bag like this really ramps up your look. And as you can see, it goes perfectly with this gorgeous festive looking coat. I just love this for the winter period. And I feel all wrapped up in it. This is from Goelia, but it would just as easily look fabulous with a jeans and a shirt outfit, jeans and a jumper, and just ramp up the style. And of course, you can carry this bag in different ways, over your shoulder or by hand. It includes a detachable, adjustable shoulder sort of crossbody strap. So you've got carrying options, which means it's a lot more flexible. And it's beautifully crafted in premium water-resistant nylon and LWG certified leather. Now, I've also popped my laptop in here too, in the padded laptop compartment, because I need that with me always, because I'm always on the go with work. And it has pockets for everything: clothing, toiletries, tech stuff, like chargers, and you can just pop it over another case if you've got a trolley as well. The trolley sleeve slips over the handle of roller luggage and then converts into a pocket when you're not using it. And it's got multiple pockets in different compartments, so you can pack in a really organized way. Now, I do have a discount code for you for Nomad Lane. You might want to gift one of these or ask for it for yourself. So use Deirdre10 for 10% off across the Nomad Lane site. And from November the 27th to December the 2nd, you get that, which is 20% off site-wide, 25% off off orders over $350, plus a free Tabi Passport Wallet with every order. So thank you so much, Nomad Lane, for working with me for this section of the video, and I'm really delighted that I can pass on the discounts to you. So let's move on to my third way to look instantly better, which is add something unexpected. Create style contrast. So this is where you can inject personality and flair that really reflects you and your life, because a contrast piece is something a little unexpected, but it's intentional. And again, there are loads of different ways of doing this, but let me show you what a difference it can make. So in this look, this is my look 4. Now, I think this look is okay, but it's not very interesting, and it just doesn't feel quite right somehow. So here I'm wearing a simple white cotton shirt. It's a lovely basic piece and a fairly short brown skirt. Now, apologies if that shocks you, but I really like to wear it with tights. The tights, though, are opaque, so the brown colour continues down the leg onto the boots in a solid block of colour, which is kind of lengthening, but I just feel it's too much of a block. Now, all these pieces are lovely individually, but put together, I think it looks kind of off. It's a bit boring. There's no textual contrast, but there's too much contrast between the white of the shirt and the rest of the outfit. So nothing really feels pulled together. So let's have a bit of a rework in look 5. Now here I've stayed with the same skirt, but I've swapped out the shirt for one that's a little bit more special. Now you don't need to do this, of course, it just depends on what you've got in your wardrobe. But this one is gorgeous, from Massimo Dutti. Do you remember I had a fabulous sky blue one, which I wear all the time actually? Well, I loved it so much that I decided to get the white one as well. And it's just the most fabulous elevated basic piece. So anyway, I've added an interesting belt here, this lovely leopard one from Cezanne, which adds a touch of something unexpected. And then to lighten up the lower part of the outfit, but still stick to brown, I've swapped out the thick tights for more sheer ones that shows the leg colour a little bit through them and has the effect of not creating quite such a solid brown block of contrast in the lower body compared with the upper body. So why are we doing this? Why does contrast work? Well, it adds depth, it adds interest, it shows intention, which always adds style. And it also gives us more opportunity to show our own style and personality. So even the simplest outfit becomes a bit more memorable with an unexpected element. I'd be really interested in what you thought about this, ladies. Do share your views in the comments section under this video. Now, other ways that you might like to think about doing this, ways to add contrast, are things like mixing polished with casual. So perhaps a pair of tailored trousers with a simple t-shirt, or add one standout accessory like I've done here with the leopard belt. It could be statement earrings, it could be a chunky ring, a bold cuff, or maybe wear a dressy shoe with a casual outfit. You know, perhaps a pointed flat with some casual, relaxed boyfriend jeans. Or even pair a feminine blouse with a tougher boot. You know, it just creates contrast and more of a confident look. So I hope that's given you food for thought about how to create style contrast. Now, my final point and suggestion on how to look even better is to try unusual colour combinations to look fresh and modern. Playing with colour is a really easy way to look stylish. It can be really fun to experiment as well, so don't be shy. In fact, I talked about the value of experimentation in style in my recent video all about are there any style rules when you get to over 50 and which ones are important. You've got to go and have a look at that. I will link it below as I'm sure you'll enjoy it after this one. But unusual colour pairings can, you know, make your entire outfit look just more zhuzhed up, more high end. And, you know, you don't have to be bold and brash with, you know, colour combinations. It doesn't have to be necessarily huge lumps of colour, bright chunks of colour everywhere, unless that's what you like, of course. So let me show you here how you can do it a little bit more gently if you're slightly more shy of huge lumps of colour in my look 6. I think this look is a kind of a gentle way, as I say, to combine colour that you might not have thought about before. Now, I love the grey with the burgundy. I think that's obviously a very well-established colour combination that really works. And as you can see, I'm combining burgundy boots. These are truly beautiful from Cozy Island, and echoing this colour also in the belt. And these grey trousers are warm and soft. They're so snuggly. I love them. And these are from Goelia. I will link everything below, by the way. But then I've gone one step further with this, from just grey and burgundy, and added in another colour, sky blue. In fact, this is the other Massimo Dutti shirt that I was telling you about just now. I told you I wear it so much. I just love it. And I really love that these are cool colours, so they work really well together. And you could even add a brighter blue if you had something in that colour. But I think the icy blue works really well because it's got that kind of cooler base to it. Now, there are lots of combinations, of course, that you might like to try. So things like, if you like warm neutrals, perhaps beige, sand and camel, or maybe add a pop of red, or a pop of soft pale blue like I have here, a touch of lime green, coral or peach accents. These are the sort of colours that wake up your neutrals and bring energy to the outfit. Those are things that go really well with warm beiges. Now, with cool neutrals, so things like grey, charcoal, black, slate, so you could try turquoise, teal, mint green, violet. These tones would look really interesting and make grey look chic instead of dull, which, you know, it can do if you want to add texture or a bit of other colour. And a little secret tip, if you're nervous about bright colours, which, you know, some of us are, try adding them through little touches like, you know, a scarf, a bag, even just an edging on a bag is going to make it much more interesting. Shoes, jewellery, or a camisole peeking out under a blazer. It feels safer, but it's still really, really stylish. So there you have it, my favourite styling techniques that will help you look instantly better, more polished, more confident, using the clothes that you already own. You don't have to go out and buy loads of stuff. You can just play with what you've already got. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments which one you're excited to try. And if you want me to create a whole episode, perhaps diving a bit deeper into tonal dressing or coloured pairings, I would love to do that for you, and just let me know. I've also linked everything, as I said, that I've shown you underneath this video in the video description below. So just scroll down to find that, including I've got discount codes for Nomad Lane, Goelia and Cozy Island for you too. And if you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and join our Midlife Made Fabulous community, where we're all about style, confidence, and feeling fabulous in midlife and beyond, and well beyond. And please hit the like button so I know which videos to make more of for you. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in a few days. Lots of love. Bye.